Hey Aquarius, how are you guys doing today? This is Lisa from Soul Searcher Tarot. I'm just popping in this morning to do your June of 2019 general reading. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for showing up and saying hey. If you've been here before, I really do appreciate the support. It means a whole lot. Alright, if it's a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate, just take what does and leave what doesn't. If it does resonate with you, if you can leave me a like, a share, subscribe, write me a comment, I'd love to hear from you. And it helps me connect with your energies next time. Alright, I did already meditate on your energy, so I just want to shuffle up a little bit more and we'll go ahead and get started. Okay. Hope everybody's doing well. Okay, from the bottom of the deck we have the Temperance, and this is you needing to balance your emotions and your mind together. All right, so at this point, looks like you're balancing. Let's see what goes on. All right, we got the Justice in reverse, and when she comes up in reverse, she's like, there's some unaccountability, some like it's not my fault at it, like feelings. Okay, it might not be you, it could be somebody else in your energy, but they're doing the whole it's not my fault thing. They're not feeling accountable. And I think I was telling Libra this last month. It was a whole, do you ever hear a kid say, oh, I didn't do it, it wasn't my fault, it wasn't me, and you're thinking, okay, you're the only one that was here. But yeah, this is what the unaccountability, so we got to see what goes on. Okay, now you have the Queen of Wands. And she is, when I think of her, she's very strong in generosity and strength, and she's very well grounded. All right, and she's not having any of that in her kingdom, I'll say. I think this might be your energy, because I think maybe this is somebody in yours, this unaccountability, or, well, maybe it's another energy that's not yours. But, so somebody's not going to have this unaccountability person, okay? And again, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a kid. It could just be, an adult or somebody else that maybe you work with them or whatever, that they're doing something that probably isn't down the straight and narrow, but they're like, I didn't do it. Or, it wasn't something that would have mattered to them one way or the other. All right, but then you got the Eight of Pentacles, and this guy's doing a lot of extra work building on his skills. He wants to, he's like working on his education, maybe apprenticeship, and he's trying to do his achievement. Maybe it's going to night school or just taking classes on the internet, or possibly just something on the side, learning from somebody else to advance your knowledge in a certain subject. Now here's the Nine of Swords, and this is, something's weighing on you, right? You're having like a hard time getting through something, getting over something. Maybe it's weighing on your mind, you're losing some sleep over it. All right, so you're stressing. So what are we stressing about? Well, you have the Nine of Pentacles, and this is a very slow, sturdy energy, okay? It's slow. All right, so this is maybe gaining material, I don't want to say material wealth, but like gaining more monetary Like money. Okay, I have my words get lost sometimes. I know what I'm trying to say, so I might have to come back to it and make sense of it. But all right, this is like gaining more material wealth, maybe having some more strength when it comes to, gaining more money. And that would explain why you're trying to build up some skills. So maybe you get like a promotion or move on to a different type of job. All right, but he's slow. The Knight of Pentacles, he's so slow, but he's so sturdy. So if you were going to depend on any of the knights, he's actually the most sturdy one to depend on. And then you have the Hermit. And this dude's kind of like, you're taking a minute and you're trying to go inside and figure out what way you needed to go. So you're going to meditate. It's like inner understanding. Right, it's a little, you're using some patience, pulling from like your inner knowledge, your wisdom, to figure out which way you're going to go. And then we got the King of Pentacles. And he's like all about monetary stability. He's all about balance. He's very grounded. He's like no nonsense when it comes to being accountable for, monetary growth or just material growth or just like in your whole environment. If it's not your energy, somebody else, you're looking to this person. You could look to him. This is the kind of person you would be looking up to say, look, he knows all the right moves as far as like, okay, yeah, life insurance or health insurance. Like he has all that. So if it's somebody that they have it all, that they're there. They got everything that they need for their family, for their self, and for their personal growth. And again, this could be you, or just could be somebody that you look up to, or somebody you're remembering that makes you think of, they had all their shit together. Okay? Because then you got the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is like opportunity and new venture. So you got a lot of pentacles here. That's a good sign because that is a sign of growth. All right. Growth coming in and having a lot more of like material. The word material wealth is not working for me, but you know what I mean. It's like you're having stability. There you go. It's a sign of material stability. And then you have the Hierophant. And when he comes in, he is all about finding the higher meaning, okay, looking more spiritually towards things. He's always about, he knows there's more meaning to whatever life is bringing out to us. All right, so he's looking for the greater purpose. So that could be somebody or that could be you, or you might be getting more spiritual in your time, like this month. You might be thinking, okay, well, maybe I'll start meditating, or maybe I'll start praying, or yoga, or just having like this more holistic type of life force, kind of like this whole like energy that you want to look more into deeper and look for, there's something more above you. Okay, you might be going to like what's a higher power that's more above you. So let's see if we can get some clarification. Can you please tell me about the Justice card? Why is it in reverse? Why is Justice in reverse? Ooh. All right. Okay, well, it looks like the Four of Cups, and this is feeling kind of like you're in contemplation of something. You're considering some situation. You felt like you should have got more than these 3 cups. You weren't happy with them. You felt like you should get more. There's another one being offered to you, but now that it was coming in late, maybe you were like seeing that it wasn't given when you felt like you should have had it been given. So now you're contemplating not even bother taking it. Like you're like just connected to the whole situation. Like, no. So that came up around the Justice. All right, so that might be your idea of, I don't know why I didn't get what I wanted. It wasn't my fault for it not showing up the way it should have. Now, could that be you? Because that would make sense along with this Queen of Wands. So whoever you're dealing with might have been a little bit annoyed by that attitude. You know, where she's saying, or he, it's not, they're kind of gender neutral, but where they're saying, well, yeah, this is what you did, so accept it. Otherwise, I'm not feeling you right now. Or again, this could be flip-flopped. This could be somebody else's energy and you responding to it. But I do really feel like there's an energy in your environment. They are not taking responsibility for something and then getting pissed off that they didn't get what they wanted from it. Like they're expecting something, but they didn't get it. So their theory is not my fault. And you're pissed off about it. I mean, that's exactly what it feels like. They're doing that and you're feeling pissed. But then we come along here and you're doing something to build up skills and working a little bit harder. Are you trying to, like, throw yourself out of feeling this way about this? I don't know if this is a love relationship, if it's a friendship, it could be a child and a parent. It feels kind of weird. It's like, are you trying to distract yourself from this? And you're throwing yourself into something else, working really hard at one situation so you can avoid this. You don't want to have to think about it. Because it's been weighing on your mind. Whatever the situation was, it was weighing on your mind. You tried to distract yourself with something, but it didn't work. But after that Nine of Swords feeling, maybe it did start to feel a little bit better and you started working harder at whatever it was you were trying to use to distract yourself. And you had more work with it, you had harder work, and then that's when your pentacles started. So maybe it was more like, if it wasn't a job, it was like a hobby, something that you were doing on the outside of things. So maybe you have your regular job, maybe you just decided to do something on the other, like, I don't know, if you're baking cookies or if you're, doing some painting. Like you're doing something that's like a hobby that makes you feel good, but maybe it's something that you could actually build on and either add it to your regular job or do it on, something totally different. Because then we have the Hermit coming in and saying, okay, well, you need to take a few minutes and figure out what you're going to do with this. Like, how are you going to handle this? Use some patience and meditation. And you might be getting into more of a, like with the Hierophant right under him, you might be getting into a more spiritual situation. And I think it's all because you're just trying to distract yourself from this energy of it's not my fault person. And maybe that's why you were feeling so much with the Temperance, so you're trying to find balance. Like, not that you don't love this person, and not that this person isn't like your best mate or your, not that they're not for your best. Like, you might feel wonderful things about them, but this particular situation, you're annoyed, you're pissed off. Like I said, it could go flip-flop, but honestly, I feel like it is more you and them. It's just the way it feels. Don't get mad at me if you're cross-watching, but that's just the way it feels. Then you have the Knight of Pentacles, and that's a slow start to going somewhere with this that you feel strongly about. And then maybe in your energy, you kind of find this King of Pentacles person. Now, it would be amazing if you did that jump and you went from the Knight of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. That would be amazing. But you did have the Ace of Pentacles too, so maybe I think it was like, okay, there's a person here. Now, this could be somebody, whether you know them in your energy, maybe this is something that you're reading. Maybe you're reading somebody, like, maybe there's something you're reading or you're listening to or you're watching, and you get this idea, and this is the feeling that you have about that person, whoever's televising or writing about, or, like type of conferences, even like, YouTube conferences where they're telling you about how they do things and you're looking at it. And that's what makes you think that, okay, you have the whole opportunity and new ventures going on. So you had something that you wanted and you were putting work into. Maybe you felt like, okay, well, if I work hard and you got this off your mind and you were trying it out, you were thinking about it more, going into a little bit of like a inner thoughts. You found somebody to look up to, and then it's working for you. And now I don't know what it is that you might be getting into, but it's something that's going to be like more holistic and more patience and wisdom, trying to like going inside to see how you feel about it. Let's see. Is there anything else about I could let Aquarius know? Anything else about June 2019 I could let Aquarius know? Anything else? Oops, hold on. Okay, here we got the Knight of Cups. And this is, he's like the messenger of romance and love. He's almost like the knight in shining armor type of energy. Now, I guess it's very possible this is somebody coming into your life, or somebody's already been in your life, and I kind of actually am feeling triggered to bring up this dude. Maybe it is a relationship, and they're going to see a difference that you're making in yourself for yourself, and maybe they're like, they want to get back onto your good graces. Oops. So let's see. How are they going to do that? I mean, because it might, like I said, if this is a relationship that you've had, or this is a new relationship either way, maybe if you finding some other interests and not totally focused on them, that makes them kind of like, hey, wait. You know what I mean? Maybe they realize, even if they realize not directly, but want to make sure they don't lose faith, that you don't lose faith in them, that you don't like totally shut them out because you have a whole nother interest. All right, let's see. So the Five of Pentacles came up, and that came up in reverse. When it's in the reverse, you're feeling kind of like there was recovery, all right? So you're not feeling left out in the cold. You're not feeling sad about anything. So I'm guessing maybe that is his or her idea to make things better for you to feel like you're in the recovery. I'm sorry, all these cards fell out. That you feel like you're in the recovery because you're not feeling left. So maybe they apologized. Maybe somebody apologized. Maybe they made nice and said, okay, yeah, I won't do that again, or whatever it was they did. I mean, it might have been just the stupidest thing, but it might have annoyed you to the point where, them saying they didn't do it was just too much. Okay? So you're feeling better. Either they apologized or they just have a way of just making up for it without actually coming out and saying, I did it. Just making up for it anyway. All right, let's see. All right, what else we got? Anything else for Aquarius? Anything else for Aquarius June 2019? All right, well, if they're not talking to me. So that's basically to sum up. You were going through a little thing where you felt to find some balance, and you had this whole, not my fault, upside down justice feeling with these Four of Pentacles. You weren't having it, so you decided you were going to work on something else to better yourself, or to make yourself feel better, even though you were kind of like a little annoyed by it. It was like stressing on you. And you figured you were going to work hard on something, and you did, and you got this new slow energy of I can do this, you know, it'll be there, but I can do it, whatever it was. I mean, I still don't know what it was. It was something artsy, crafty, maybe something that you really did want to get into. You had to go inside and think about it a little bit, and you found somebody to look up to see where, like, you're learning more. You were learning more about different things that you could possibly, you know, work through, like conferences or just getting good information from somebody that you could depend on, or you felt like you could depend on. All right, and then you had the Ace of Pentacles energy. All right, and that was all about opportunity and new ventures, going in the higher spiritual attitude about things holistically, or meditating, realizing there's a more to life than just, you know, just us. All right, there's something higher out there. And then your Knight of Cups came in, and I think it might have been you guys just making nice, either whether friends or romantic, but there was making nice happening, and then you weren't feeling so bad about the situation. All right, so you're recovering from whatever that left out in the feel like cold was. Then you did have some other ones fall out, and it was like the Ace of Cups, which what makes sense, a whole new cup of emotions and feeling, and the Ace of Wands, and this is like telling you creation and inspiration. So I think that whatever you're getting involved in, and whatever was going on with that relationship, is becoming all in the same thing, where, you know, the relationship would get romantic or platonic, doesn't matter which one, but either one it was, you would know. And that pushed you through making this creation that you actually feel really good about, whether it's going to make you a lot of money or whether it's going to just make you feel good about yourself. I think that's what is going on this month. All right, so if this resonates with you, give me a thumbs up, a share, subscribe, write me a comment. I'd love to hear about it. And I hope you have a wonderful June, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thank you.